तस्त्वैव व्यासमिच्छामि ज्ञातुं ते भगवन् यथा अनुसर्गं यया शक्त्या ससर्ज भगवान् परः. हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Thank you, Krishna. Madhumai Krishna Kant Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, प्रणाम्स माताजी.
Dandapana.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. श्रीराजोवाच देवासुरनृणां सर्गो नागानां मृगपक्षिणां सामासिकस्त्वया प्रोक्तो यस्तु स्वयंभुवे अन्तरे तस्यैव व्यासमिच्छामि ज्ञातुं ते भगवन्यथा अनुसर्गं यया शक्त्या ससर्ज भगवान् परः. थैंक यू माता. जय कृष्ण.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Chitramohini Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी प्रणाम्स. ओम
Dandapana.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. श्रीराजोवाच देवासुरानृणां सर्गो नागानां मृगपक्षिणां सामासिकस्त्वाय प्रोक्तो यस्तु स्वायंभुवेन्तरे तसैव व्यासमिच्छामि ज्ञातुं ते भगवान् यथा अनुसर्गं यया शक्त्या ससर्जा भगवान् परः. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. थैंक यू माताजी.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Vijay Kumari Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. प्रणाम माताजी. ओम
Dandapana.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. श्रीराजोवाच देवसुरनृणां सर्गो नागानां मृगपक्षिणां सामासिकस्त्व प्रोक्तो यस्तु स्वयंभू अन्तरे तस्यैव व्यासम् इच्छामि ज्ञातुं ते भगवान् यथा अनुसर्गं यया शक्त्या सजर्ज भगवान् परः. थैंक यू माताजी.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Okay, rest of you, please keep your hands raised. You'll read the next verse. Okay, please don't put your hands down. श्रीराजोवाच देवासुरानृणां सर्गो नागानां मृगपक्षिणां सामाशिकस्त्वया प्रोक्तो यस्तु स्वयंभुवे अन्तरे तस्यैवाव्यासमिच्छामि ज्ञातुं ते भगवन् यथा अनुसर्गं यया शक्त्या ससर्ज भगवान् परः. Shri Raja Uvacha. The king said, Deva Asur Nrinam, of the demigods, the demons, and the human beings. Sargaha, the creation. Naganam, of the Naga, serpentine living entities. Mriga Pakshinam, of the beasts and birds. Samashika, briefly. Tvaya, by you. Prokta, described. Yaha, which. Tu, however. Swayambhuve, of Swayambhu Manu. Antare, within the period. Tasya, of this. Eva, indeed. Vyasam, the detailed account. Ichhami, I wish. Gyatum, to know. Te, from you, Bhagavan, O my Lord. Yatha, as well as. Anusargam, the subsequent creation. Yaya, by which. Shaktaya, potency. Sasarj, created. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Paraha, transcendental. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Srila Ki Jai. The blessed king said to Sukdev Goswami, My dear Lord, the demigods, demons, human beings, nags, beasts, and birds were created during the reign of Swayambhu Manu. You have spoken about this creation briefly in the third canto. Now I wish to know about it elaborately. I also wish to know about the potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by which He brought about the secondary creation. Okay, Usha Dyavati Mataji, go ahead please. Verse number 3.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. प्रणाम्स माताजी. ओम नमो भगवते
We'll
वासुदेवाय.
read verse 4 also. Okay, go ahead Mataji.
4 also माताजी.
Yeah, you read the 3. But
ओके. इति संप्रश्नम् अकर्ण्य राजसेर्पादरायिणः प्रतिनन्दय महायोगी जगदामुनिसत्तमः. थैंक यू माताजी. हरे कृष्ण.
thank you. Pran Nandini Madhavi Mataji.
हरे
Krishna.
कृष्ण माताजी. प्रणाम माताजी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. श्री सुत उवाच इति सम्प्रसारणम् आकर्ण्य राजर्षिर्पदरायणैः प्रतिनन्द्य महायोगी जगदा मुनिसत्तमः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी। थैंक यू माताजी।
Thank you, Krishna. Prakash Rao Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
Narayan.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय श्रीसुत उवाच इति सम्प्रन्नमाकर्ण्य राजर्षिर्बादरायणी प्रतिरन्ध्य महायोगी जगाद मुनिवत्तपत्तमाः। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Thank you, Hare Krishna. All right, Uma Kulkarni Mataji, go ahead, please.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। ओम
Hare
नमो
Krishna.
भगवते वासुदेवाय श्रीसूत उवाच इति सम्प्रश्नम् आकर्ण्य राजर्षे बादरायणिः प्रतिनन्द्या महायोगी जगादा मुनिसत्तमाः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Okay, Pushpa, Yashamati Mataji and Revati Nagi Mataji, keep your hands raised. And Madhumati Lasni Mataji. You'll read the next verse, okay? Shri Suta Uvacha iti samprashanam akarnya rajar sher badrayanihi pratinandaya mahayogi jagada munisattamah. Shri Suta Uvacha, Suta Goswami said, iti does samprashnam, the inquiry, akarnya, hearing, Rajarishi of King Parikshit, Badaryanihi, Sukhdev Goswami, Paritranandya, praising Mahayogi, the great yogi. Jagada replied, Muni Sattamaha, O best of the sages. Translation by His Divine Grace Prabhupada. Shabad ki jai. Suta Goswami said, O great sages assembled at Naimisharanya, after the great yogi Sukhdev Goswami heard King Parikshit's inquiry, he praised it and thus replied. Shuka Uvacha. Pushpa Yashomati Mataji, please go ahead.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। प्रणाम्स माताजी।
Dhanna Pranam, Krishna.
श्रीशुक उवाच यदा प्रसेदास पुत्रा दास प्रसीदना परिष अन्तः समुद्रात् अन्मग्न दत्त्वा स्वर्गं द्रुमैर्वृताम्। हरे कृष्ण माताजी। थैंक यू
Hare
माताजी।
Krishna, thank you, very nice. Revati Ratnangi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
प्रणाम माताजी। ओम
Dhanna
नमो
Pranam.
भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीशुक उवाच यत प्रजीदश पुत्र दश प्राचीन बहिष्यः अन्तः समुद्र दुन्यमग्न चतुर्शुर्ग दुर्मावृताम्। हरे कृष्ण माताजी। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you. Madhumati Vilasni Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। दंडवत प्रणाम माताजी।
Dhanna Pranam.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीशुक उवाच यदा प्रचेतसः पुत्रा दश प्राचीन बर्हिषः अन्तः समुद्रात् उन्मग्ना ददृश शुर्गां द्रुमैः वृताम। थैंक यू माताजी। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Shubha Rao Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। दंडवत प्रणाम।
Dhanna
श्री
Pranam.
सुख उवाच यदा प्रचेतसः पुत्रा दश प्राचीन बर्हिषः अन्तः समुद्रादुन्मग्ना ददृशुर्गां द्रुमैर्वृताम्। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Shri Shuka Uvacha Yada Prachetasah Putra Dasha Prachina Bharhishaha Antaha Samudrat Unmagna Dadrushurgam Trume Vritam. Shri Sukha Uvacha. Sukdev Goswami said, Yada, when, Prachetasaha, the Prachetas, Putraha, the sons, Dasha, 10, Prachina Bharhishaha, of King Prachina Bharhi, Anta Samudrat, from within the ocean, Unmagnaha, immersed, Tadrushaha, they saw, Gam, the entire planet, Drumaha, Vritam, covered with trees. Translation by His Divine Grace Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. Sukdev Goswami said, when the 10 sons of Prachina Barhi emerged from the waters in which they were performing austerities, they saw that the entire surface of the world was covered by trees. Puppet Pastor Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, when King Prachina Barhi was performing Vedic rituals in which the killing of the animals was recommended, Narad Muni, out of compassion, advised him to stop. Prachina Barhi understood Narad properly and then left the kingdom to perform austerities in the forest. His 10 sons, however, were performing austerities within the water, and therefore there was no king to see to the management of the world. When the 10 sons, the Prachetas, came out of the water, they saw that the earth was overrun with trees. When the government neglects agriculture, which is necessary for the production of food, the land becomes covered with unnecessary trees. Of course, many trees are useful because they produce fruits and flowers, but many of the trees are unnecessary. They could be used as fuel and the land cleared and used for agriculture. When the government is negligent, less grain is produced. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 44, Krishi ko raksha vanijyam vaishya karma sabhavacham. The proper engagements for Vaishya, according to their nature, are to farm and to protect cows. The duty of the government and the Kshatriyas is to see that the members of the third class, the Vaishyas who are neither Brahmins nor Kshatriyas, are thus properly engaged. Kshatriyas are meant to protect human beings, whereas Vaishyas are meant to protect useful animals, especially cows. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjanjalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadavahya. Hey Krishna Tadati Swapadantikam. Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Deenbandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastite. तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्ते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रियै. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा शिव सादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांता स्वामी इति नामिने. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. Okay, let's read the 3 verses together again. 4 verses. The blessed king said to Sukdev Goswami, my dear Lord, the demigods, demons, human beings, nags, beasts, and birds were created during the reign of Swambhu Manu. We have spoken about this creation briefly in the 3rd canto. Now I wish to know about it elaborately. I also wish to know about the potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by which he brought about the secondary creation. Sukdev Goswami said, O great sages assembled at Nimisharanya, after the great yogi Sukdev Goswami heard King Parikshit's inquiry, he praised it and thus replied. Sukdev Goswami said, when the 10 sons of Prachina Barhi emerged from the waters in which they were performing austerities, they saw that the entire surface of the world was covered by trees. All right, we are reading from 6th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, which is called as the prescribed duties of the mankind. And now we have started chapter 4, which is entitled as the Hansa Guhya prayers offered to the Lord by Prajapati Daksha. So this is a very unique turn because we were, when was the last time we heard about Prajapati Daksha? I'm so sorry, Prachina Barhishit. Which canto was it? 4th canto, right?
Fourth canto.
Yeah. So last time we heard about him was 4th canto, and last time we read was that Prachina Barhishet was performing the sacrifice in which he was incessantly offering lots of animals. And Narad Muni became compassionate, and then he forbade him and encouraged him to adopt a different kind of austerity. Then he had 10 sons, and the 10 sons wanted to do the austerity. So Narad Muni actually instructed the 10 sons to do the austerity, and then they left to do the austerities under the water. And then what happened? that under the water they were doing austerities. 10,000 years. I think, is it 10,000 years passed? Am I right? Am I right? Was it 10,000 years which had passed?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes,
So,
Mataji.
and okay, thank you. So, so many years had passed, and then they were still doing the austerities to gain the strength to rule in the right manner. And when they came out, then the whole planet Earth was covered by trees, which they made them very agitated. The 10 prachetas, and then they started to cut the trees incessantly until the moon god Soma, he requested them not to do that. So this is how the pastime is going to unfold. But I have some questions, and if you know the answer, let me know. How is it that Parikshit Maharaj is asking this question now? You know, so many things happened between Prachitas and then now with this chapter, right? So many pastimes happened, right? Right, so many we heard that this was the fourth canto, last chapter. And then in the fifth canto, we heard about the activities of Priyavrat, the activities of Agnidhar, then Rishabh Dev, and then Bharat Maharaj, and then Jada Bharat, then conversation between Jada Bharat and Maharaj Rahugan, fast of enjoyment, description of Jambudweep, entire creation, like was such complicated astronomy was described. And then we heard about the history of the life of Ajamil, and then Ajamil delivered by Vishnudutas, and the conversation between Vishnudutas, Yamdutas, and Yamaraj. So how come is it that Parikshit Maharaj is asking this question now? I don't know the answer, but if you know the answer, let me know. But anyhow, he's
Daksha Prajapati, he born with the Prachetras. That was the when they want to burn all the trees. Narada Muni he warned them not to do that, and then he give a Prabnoda and one Apsarasa was given to them.
No, this
So
will
her,
be later. This will be
yeah.
later. What you're telling is all later in the chapter, but I'm
I
asking
thought
this.
that why these Prachatras have come into the picture now.
Yeah,
That is
what
the
is
question,
making
na?
but why is Parikshit Maharaj asking about this right now when he just finished hearing about Ajamil? What is the connection between the last three chapters and this chapter? I don't know. I'm not saying that.
Maybe Daksha
Maybe
Prajapati.
when they said trees, no, he would have been reminded how these trees have come due to the
We don't
abundance.
speculate.
Sometimes we just connected, no?
So he wants to
Maybe.
know about the secondary
Yes.
Creation. So Sarga is primary creation and Visarga is the secondary creation. He has said this, right? That Swayambhava Manu, you have spoken about this creation briefly. Now I wish to know about it elaborately. And then I also wish to know about the potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by which he brought about the secondary creation. So he is more interested in knowing about that the secondary creation, how this happened, or the Sanskrit word used is Anusarga. Sarga is primary creation, and Visarga, or I guess Anusarga also means secondary creation. Primary creation is that Krishna created Brahma, and then Brahma created all these planets. Secondary creation is the population, how the population increased inside the planets, what species appeared where. So anyhow, once I know the answer, you let me know. If you know the answer in a more concrete manner, then let me know. But coming to the pastime, this particular pastime is also going to give us the main zest of the sixth canto. Is about elaborating the portion or the protection of the Lord, right, for us. So it is also going to focus on that somehow. We'll see how it unfolds. And this is just information here that after Prachina Barishad left, his sons came out of the water after finishing their austerity at Tapasya. They saw the earth was filled with trees, and Prabhupada is making a point there. There are 2 points here. First point is, in the pastime itself, the point is that when the government neglects the agriculture, unnecessary weeds grow and the grain production is reduced. which is not a sign of austerity. Right? In the Shastras, what is a sign of wealth according to the Shastra? There are 3 signs of wealth according to Shastra. If you know that somebody is wealthy in the material sense, what are the 3 things they possess? Anybody?
Good food grain, good amount of food grains,
Mhm.
and they have good amount of water available. Water sources are in abundance, and third one I forgot, Mataji. We have read this. Hare
Cows,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank
Cows,
you.
cows.
Cows,
Mataji.
agriculture.
And Brahmanas.
And
Brahmanas.
Brahmanas.
Yeah, thank you very much. So the 3 signs of richness according to the Shastras are the cow, agriculture, and precious jewels. So the precious jewels, it is explained in the Shastras, are produced from where? Where are the precious jewels produced from? This is described in third canto.
Ocean, Mataji. Ocean.
Broken
Rain.
hills, mines, and jungles.
It's produced from the rainwater. Rain. Then the rain touches different kinds of rocks, different kinds of minerals, and jewels are produced. And Krishna explains that, right, there are like 56 different kinds of clouds, which makes different kinds of rains. And this is from third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, I'm speaking. Now, what was I going to say? That Krishna says that rains are produced from what? In Bhagavad Gita, he says rains are produced from what? Every living entity subsists on grains. Grains are produced from rains and from yagya. Very nice. So basically, the resources of the material nature are not dependent on the economic development. It is a force. It is something which is run by somebody who is not in Krishna consciousness. It's a product of the mode of passion. Okay, what it is that it is actually produced by the mother nature. And how? By our performance of the sacrifices to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the 3 signs of richness are agriculture, cows, and precious jewels. And all these things are directly dependent on our austerity to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Prabhupada talks about how fast the paper money is. Paper money has no value. According to the Shastras, at least, it has no value. So this is one point here. And another point that I could see from all these verses is that Prabhupada is emphasizing that how Sukadeva Goswami actually took time to praise the questions asked by Parikshit Maharaj. Right? This, I think, verse number 3 is saying that he actually took time to praise the questions, the inquiries that are put by Parikshit Maharaj to him. So in that manner, this is a conversation which is unfolding, and this is not just a set of speculative ideas or somebody's product of the mind. No, it is a learning that's going on at that time. Okay, so asking questions and getting the replies from the spiritual master in such a setting as Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami actually helps us dive more deep in the Shastras or in the devotional service. We become more strong. We become more strong if we put forth questions in the right spirit and to our spiritual master, and the spiritual master, being pleased, replies it. Like Sukadeva Goswami is pleased, right? He's happy. He's pleased that Parikshit Maharaj is inquiring this. There's so many times that Parikshit Maharaj is praised by Sukadeva Goswami in putting forth the questions. Even though the questions sometimes the acharyas have commented may not apparently look appropriate, Can you give some example? This is going a little off track, but can you give some example where Parikshit Maharaj has asked a question to Sukadeva Goswami and the acharyas have brought up that maybe this was not the right time to ask this question or this was not an appropriate question, but Sukadeva Goswami understood that Parikshit Maharaj asked this question for some other purpose. Any example? It's not related to what we are studying right now, but there's different kinds of questions asked by Parikshit Maharaj, right? So there's a comment. I'll give you a hint. It is in 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. And I will give you more hint. We studied the whole book about it. Whole book.
Krishna book.
You didn't study Krishna book with me.
About the hell, Mataji?
Damodar.
So what in Damodar Leela? What question was not appropriate? So, when Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukdev Goswami, after hearing the Damodar Leela, that he wanted to know about what did Nalakver and Manigriv do to be punished to become tree and stand naked in the courtyard of Nand Maharaj for so many years. What did they do wrong? So there is a question raised by the Acharyas that when the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are going on, it is actually not appropriate to inquire about somebody's sinful activity. It is not appropriate to inquire about somebody's sinful activity as to what wrong did they do. But Sukdev Goswami praised this question by Parikshit Maharaj because he understood that Parikshit Maharaj wanted to hear the pastimes of Krishna as Damodar for a little bit more long time. So he was asking questions just to stretch it a little more. Understood? So this question is very appropriate, that he wants to understand the secondary creation. The only thing which I could not understand is that why is he asking it right now? Why he couldn't ask it at that time only, in fourth canto itself? Why it has to go through whole fifth canto and then sixth canto, first 3 chapters over, and then it comes in the fourth chapter. It's something like Brahma Vimoha Leela, hai na? Like Brahma kidnapped Gopas, the animals, everyone. And for 1 year, there was no question asked, where are those children? Where are the animals? Something is there. We have to know. I think I'll stop here. Any questions, reflection, realizations, corrections, and then we can go to Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani. Questions, reflections, realizations, corrections.
Mataji, you are referring to the trains and agnas, no? That I recollected that Bhagavad Gita's 3rd chapter, 14th sloka.
Annat
Annat bhavantiya bhutani.
very nice, yes.
That is there, no? Yagna Bhakta is Vishnu and Indra.
Correct.
So when they please that, they will get rain through, then that crops will come and all that. Yeah.
Correct. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Any questions, reflections, realizations, corrections, confusions, contributions?